adding to himself every time.
No, top boy.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Well, welcome
You're
to
showing
Show
workings. Thank you. It's good to see you after a long time.
Yeah, Afis, welcome, man.
Yeah, it's good to be here once again. I mean, a lot went down this week. So Apple's goat is still goating. The other goat is also still
they are goating. They are goating now.
Yeah.
They can't go to the round, Okay. Well, let's start from the MPFL, where match day 6 of the MPFL returns this weekend with several fixtures. Bendel Insurance will be hosting Bayelsa United. Plateau United will take on El Kanemi Warriors. Kon Khalifat are going to be hosting newly promoted side Barrow FC. Nasser United, who host Castina United. Warri Wolves, on the other hand, will be hosting Shooting Stars right here in Delta State, while Wiki Tourists will take on Enugu Rangers. In Lagos right here, Ikorodu City will be taking on Eyimba. What fixtures do you think is mouth-watering to you? Some teams will not be playing this weekend because of their engagement on the continent. Yeah. We saw Remo Stars yesterday. It was a 1-0 victory over this Comoros side. The name is Zamanju.
Yeah, Zamanju.
So, what would you say is like your mouth-watering fixture for the weekend?
I think I'm looking forward to Ikorodu City and Eyimba. They've started the season slowly, and I don't want to use the word poor because, in all honesty, it's actually been poor. I think they scored their first goal of the season in match day 3 or so.
3, yeah.
Yeah, so 2 drab draws, and then they played out a 2-2 draw in match day 3 and all that. Yeah. And I was sending out a warning, to Ikorodu City, I think some weeks back, like, if they continue in this fashion, they would find themselves, looking towards going back to the NNL, because we know how the MPFL is very unforgiving. Yeah. There's no time for you to correct your mistakes or try and make up for anything. Yeah. You have to just start picking those important points. I don't know what's going on with this season. I can understand that as a team who surpassed expectation last season, some of their talented players have been handpicked, which is normal.
Even the coach.
Yeah, we see that in the big leagues too as well, where Wolves and Brighton and Over Albion. But you should know that this is the business you're in. You have to continue to churn out new talents to help the squad if you want to stay and play with the big boys. So against Eyimba, they're at home this time around. Away form has been really terrible. Unlike last season, where they actually did pick tough points away from home, and then picked up maximum points at home. But this time around, Eyimba themselves have not been so great. But you know them, the experience that they have.
They are top, actually, but it's not like their form is that great.
They've not been that great. Remo Stars too, topsy-turvy and all that. I feel like all these things are happening because, the season just started. Yeah. Yes. Everyone is trying to balance themselves, but at the same time, Ikorodu City don't have time. Against Eyimba today, it will be a massive, massive victory for them if they take all maximum points.
Well, to be honest, it's actually on Sunday, though. Let's take a look at Shooting Stars. They've had a very, very slow start to the season. I will not call it terrible. They had their first win just last week. Yeah. But it's a new management, a new chairman, a new sporting director, and a new coach. The sporting director was unpicked from Ikorodu City. That's Adepo Jutobi. Yeah. The coach, Nuruddin Awero, was unpicked from Ikorodu City. They also wanted to bring the assistant, the one that's currently coaching Ikorodu City now. They wanted to bring him. I think he's from Libya also. They wanted to bring him to Mbo. Ikorodu City were like, no, you can't pick everybody.
You can't pick everybody.
Yeah.
Don't do us like Chelsea's doing.
So how would you say that Shooting Stars would fare this season? They could have gone to the continent last season under Ogunbote, but things didn't work out well for them. They dropped out. They were winners, I think about 4 or 5 games. Yeah. So how would you see them this season performing?
They're not throwing the good road. It's like they're continuing from how they stopped last season on a downward spiral. I mean, this was a team that I think they held on to second place last season for about 4 to 5 weeks, and they just dipped, allowing Ikorodu City to even surpass them. So, but like you said, new management, so to speak. Even though I will have loved them to continue with the personnel they had last season. It wasn't bad. Yeah. It wasn't bad for them.
Towards the end of the season.
Yeah, towards the end of the season, it was okay. But then you should know that if you don't, it's not just about him now. Okay. Even the players too, their forms dipped. So, and if you don't take your chances, people will surpass you. It's not always the coach's fault. Yeah. But they decided to change personnel, change their staff. But they haven't started well this season. And to be honest, I don't see them really even getting to that level they got to last season, where they held on to second place for a while. I don't think they were going to get it. And I just wanted to add to a point about Ikorodu City. I think they will find solace in the way they started last season too. Yeah. Last season too, they were like just in the third match they were already fancy to go back to the NNL, but they picked up. So I think maybe tomorrow might just be that time where they get 3 points and start their season.
True.
The season has been slow, even for everybody, even for the big names.
Yeah.
And Remo Stars as well.
They are on a continent, they have games,
Their task is getting tougher. They are facing Sundowns next.
Well, if you want to be the big boys, you have to play the big boys.
Well, that's the last round of qualifiers for the Champions League. And a lot of people do not see them. They don't fancy them going against Sundowns.
People that have won the competition.
Yeah, they've won the competition. They've gone to the Club World Cup. They've gone to this new Chelsea Club World Cup and all of that thing. So, Kano Pillars legend, what's his name? Rabi Ali, turns 45 today. And he's still playing in the league.
Of course, I think I saw him on the score sheet last week or
last
so.
Week,
he plays free kicks.
Yeah, he scored 2 goals, and I'm like, this guy is still here and he's still scoring.
Someone said he should be called to the national team.
For waiting.
You say he knows how to maintain that body because he's playing in Nigeria. If he even goes to somewhere like even Turkey, I'm sure he can't maintain such. He can't maintain such
some people have this body that.
Bro, the standard of football is different.
So you can negotiate African football.
Yeah.
So you can play qualifiers for us now.
For Azar now.
He can maintain that.
Sorry.
Okay. The Jollof boys. What are the Jollof boys doing? Are they doing well?
He's old. We want foreign-based players.
What are your foreign-based players doing?
Wait. Even the home-based players went to Chan this year.
Yeah, and they were disgraced.
He
wasn't part.
Yeah.
He was not there.
So he played qualifiers against Ghana when we defeated them 4-1 at home. What happened? He came on late in the second half as a replacement, and he came just, of course, making no joke say they want one bench. So he came. We already won the game. It was good for us. Last time we went to Chan 2018. Yeah. He played in the final, was scoring free kicks. 2014, he was there. So his time is over. If you were saying somebody like Ahmed Musa now, we might be saying, okay, bring Musa. Musa has been fantastic in the MPFL too.
Yeah, he has.
He scored goals last week and he doubles as the chairman of the club.
Yeah.
Which is very, very, very funny.
I've never seen such multitasking before.
Well, we saw it last season. Enugu Rangers, their coach, their chairman, Amobi. He plays for them, but he's not playing a pivotal role like Musa is.
Yeah. Well, it's cool. That's the drama and the beauty of the MPFL. Yeah, we love to see it.
So let me put you on the spot now. Kwara United are going to be facing Ashanti Kotoko today. What do you think their result will be? It was a 4-3 loss.
They lost
in Ghana. So what will be their result today?
Well, the away goal rule still counts.
Yeah, it does.
They scored 3 away goals. That is the bright side I want to look from the tie. In as much as they lost just by a goal difference, it shows that they can score goals. So if they can score goals away from home, there's nothing that should stop them from scoring at home this time around to at least try and cover up that deficit. They should know that, in as much as they should keep in mind that the 3 away goals are quite solid, and you know, they should also know that it counts to nothing if they concede too as well.
Yes.
You need to score and make sure you keep your back. Score and make sure your back is shut up. It's as simple as that. Even if it's a 1-0 victory, we'll take it as long as we go through the next round.
Should they deploy the prime Simeone tactics?
No.
Whether it's Simeone or it's Bodilas or it's anybody or it's Ateta ball, anyone, just lock up.
You mentioned Ateta ball, so Ateta is playing around football too, no?
Yes, now. We all know that.
You know, talking about Ateta, their coach, that's Tunde Sonny, mentioned that they didn't know that Ashanti Kotoko could play like this. I'm like, really? How would a coach come
and say that openly?
Don't you know such
he said,
you don't scout?
He said, how we didn't know that they could play like this, so we didn't exactly prepare for them like this. But he said they'll meet us in the home fiction like Hazard.
Okay, they've shown him. They've shown him
the beauty of the MPFL.
I'm like, how will a coach come outside and say this?
The reason why I said the beauty of the MPFL is, while it gives us the trail, it also gives us that unprofessional vibe.
You don't know Ashanti. You don't watch video?
You was it not Bendel Insurance manager, I think 2 seasons ago or so?
Monday.
Yes, where he said football is not about winning, it's about participation.
Yes.
That's one line I never forget in my life. I have that sound bite. I played it on my show on radio.
Why would you see
it's bonkers.
The funny thing, it was not a league match. It was a CAF competition.
It was a CAF competition. I think they traveled to, I can't remember, was it Algeria now or Tunisia?
Yeah.
They played one North African
team. Yeah, where they were frustrated. Of course, I know it was out of frustration, but then frustration can never make me say football is not about winning.
It's about participation.
That's like Arsene Wenger when he said the top 4 is a trophy.
You're
already lowering your standards.
No. See, to be honest,
it's a Nigerian thing. Because we had our coach who also came out to say formation doesn't matter.
No. See, for Finidi aspect, he explained. He said, it's not that formation does not matter. What he's just saying is that if you tell a player to play in this certain role, 4-4-2, but when he gets to the pitch, the 4-4-2 is not working. You guys find it. We have a leader on the pitch.
Well, that
you can be
headline,
versatile.
that,
You can.
that headline is
Of course,
wrong.
you
Who's
know how
sporty? No,
that
no,
headline
no,
is
no,
wrong.
journalist.
That's how I work.
The headline is wrong.
It's
I can say
for
something. The
clickbait.
way you interpret it is
Yeah,
your own choice.
it's for clickbait. Yeah.
So,
But this one is deep, Shao.
How's it
It
deep?
wasn't about winning.
so
It's about participation.
I need your predictions.
Yeah.
Will Eyimba make it back to continent? Last season, no Confederations
still a long
Cup.
journey.
Yeah.
And they also lost in the, what's the name of this thing? Chris Cup, the President's Cup.
Yeah.
That was how, even Rangers,
I think
same thing.
it's possible. They just have to put in work. Kano and Co needs, I don't know what they need to do with the boys or their structure or development. Maybe they need to go back to the basics and see how they can ginger these boys back again, try and grow up their grassroots to start churning out quality footballers.
Yeah.
Because this was I think Enyimba were like the Manchester United of the Premier League at that time.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, they had money. They were paying well. They were the glamorous boys. They were going for international competitions, and they were also winning it too as well. You know, so
back to back.
it looks like those glory days are well gone. They can bring it back. It's not impossible. If you can see a Remo Stars who has started to come up with something different and also leading to a different era where we're having standard pitches, good infrastructures, players are being paid well. We're seeing the aesthetic side of the football too, not just media-wise. We saw how their trophy parade was.
Definitely.
Yes.
They are leading a new trend. They can follow suit. There's nothing wrong with that. You can be humble and follow suit as long as it pays you. It's as simple as that.
Well, the FIFA Under-20 World Cup starts today.
Yeah.
And we have some MPFL boys in it. Marvelous Freedom of Ikorodu City was supposed to be part, but he picked up an injury. And they've drafted some, I think one MPFL boy from Nasarawa United or so.
Yeah.
What would you say, like, before we used to have foreign-based players also join the under 20, under 17.
Yeah.
Tom Bashiru of Watford was with them at one point. But now we see that it is being dominated by home-based boys. How would you say that that is impacting our football? The thing where we would say, we want home-based, we want homegrown players to make our team.
I don't think they wanted home-based players like intentionally.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. It can be a blessing in disguise.
Yes.
But it's just like what Fabregas said about Barcelona when they started using their La Masia. Their hands were forced. We saw them buying the likes of Griezmann and Co.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, intentionally we're going for La Masia and this one, because you want to compete with the big boys.
Yes.
You cannot tell. You cannot say there's a guarantee that these guys are the ones that are going to do it for you.
Of
course. Now with what we're seeing now, the under 17, under 20 guys, for now, they're still in that indecisive phase where they are thinking, do I want to play for Nigeria now?
Yeah.
I still want to play under 20 for England. I still want to play under 17 for Portugal or any of these countries. Then maybe when and that's why I always support, I may not see eye to eye with the opinions and views of Mikel Obi, but when it comes to this particular conversation representing Nigeria, I agree. I agree totally. We're not plan B. We're a big country. I know that, yes, we've messed up. We've made it look like, we're second fiddle, we're second option, and that's our fault. But at the same time, we have got a lot to offer.
Definitely.
You see England, they play for the under 17, under 20, and they know that some of them even go as far as playing qualifiers, but they don't get picked for the main tournament, and then they feel bad. These are the guys that qualify for them, and then the main tournament, they don't go.
Get picked. I have this boy playing in the Dutch league. He asked me that, do we have under 23? I said yes. And then it was like, how often do we play? I said, see, if there is no Olympic qualifiers, you know what's under 23.
And if there's no under 17 or under 20, you would not.
He currently plays for Netherlands under 19. And I was like, okay, you want to play for under 20, yeah? But the problem is that told me he doesn't want to play for under 20 now. That when his senior team, he can come in. Yeah. Another one messaged me was that, okay, he wants to play for under 20. But the coach was, giving him the hands of. So if we cannot do like this, then you, of course,
there are no
because some of them want to use it to sell
That's
players.
the problem. There are no structures in place for the under 17 and under 20 to grow. Yeah. If there is no tournament,
they don't play international break.
If there's no tournament, nothing.
I mean, see what South Africa is doing. Aside from the Premier League,
yes,
they have
tournaments, varsity games.
They even have a league for the young boys of the clubs playing in the Premier League. Why can't we do that here? It will really help a lot.
We actually have
a few clubs do that. I think Beyond Limit and Co.
Do they play tournaments?
There's a new rule.
I know they have the academy, but they play the tournaments that bring out the boys.
The MPFL said that any club that is like their feeder team is playing a league that is not sanctioned by the NPFL, that they'll be let me say sanctioned too, But Remo Stars are not the same organization with Beyond Limits.
Yeah,
so those ones can still play,
that,
you know. But we have under 17, under 15 Province League, NPFL, La Liga, but it cannot be like, it's not a tournament.
It
should not be a tournament, it should be a league. But
it should be something continuous,
exactly.
where it's easy for you to go and pick them when you need them for tournament. Not that when you need them for tournament, you start searching, start Googling, start looking, start making calls.
If you see the way, when they announce the squad, where the players come from, you'll be surprised that does this club exist?
No, we've got academies. But let's leave Nigeria and let us head to South Africa. Yes, we've just played South Africa some weeks ago and it ended 1-1. But let's talk about their league, where Golden Arrows, who will be taking on Orbit College this weekend. Polo Kwane are going to be hosting Sekukane. Durban City are hosting Magesi, while Mamelodi Sundowns, who will be taking on Richard Bay. Siwelele are going to be taking on Marumo Gallants, while Chippa United that has Stanley Nwabali will be taking on Stellenbosch, and Orlando Pirates will be hosting TX Galaxy. Kaizer Chiefs play host to Amazulu. I mentioned, our goalkeeper, Stanley Nwabali, is playing for Chippa United. He saved the penalty during the week, and we saw the row for him. You know, do you think this?
That guy needs to calm down.
I was about to say
that guy needs to calm down. Let's see. I love the fact that he has ginger. Well, he's beginning to give me that vibe of Emiliano Martinez.
Is it cringe?
It is cringe. We saw how he performed against, was it Rwanda now or Lesotho?
It was Rwanda. We played Rwanda at home.
We played Rwanda at home, the last one.
Yes.
That won 1-0.
Yes.
Yeah. It was so uncalled for. The number of jabs, hitting players.
If there was a VAR, would have gotten
aside from VAR, if they were responsible officiating referees, he would have been given a red card. He would have been shown the door. And see, this guy feels like Nigerians are behind you right now. Like,
red card.
Yes. Nigerians are the most. I know that football fans are fickle, but Nigerian fans are on a different level.
Yeah.
Like, it's like this. It's just, you're just one bad moment away from being their enemy. Just look at Maduka Okoye. We loved him. Naturally, we're wagging our tongues. Like, handsome boy, fine, Osingbole, all this stuff. You know?
Against Tunisia.
That poor performance against Saudi Arabia.
No, it was Tunisia.
Okay, it was Tunisia.
That one is too far. Way too far.
The Tunisia performance.
But he has redeemed himself.
We know he has, but has he come back?
Again,
no,
he played against Russia.
We are still waxing on Nwabali.
No. He played against Russia, and people were like, "Wow, this man is back."
You know, so that's how it is, and they just cancelled the guy. That the guy had to even go off social media for a while.
He will be had to also go. I'm like, how? Why?
Look, just keep it simple. Yeah. You can have the old ginger, the old charisma. You can also keep it civil too at the same time. You don't have to be in everybody's face and be naughty. There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean that's just off one penalty. Noah Tubolu saved 5 consecutive penalties to set the record, and it was just cool, calm, like it will spur me on to do more. He just save up penalty next.
We're not going to hear what.
That was funny. And for me, he's a good goalkeeper. To be honest,
he's decent.
Is he really that good?
Is that because he's decent?
When we play our games here in Africa, he hardly gets tested. Even at AFCON, the defense was they really helped him out.
Well, let's talk about Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yeah.
Champions of Africa, they have that pedigree.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. In the league, they were like the best. They've been reigning. We used to have Orlando Pirates reigning, Kaizer Chiefs reigning, but now Mamelodi Sundowns. And the funny thing is, they are owned by this CAF president, Patrice Motsepe.
No, let's not really go into that.
It's a lot, but I would not want to discuss. But Mamelodi Sundowns, how do you see them faring? Do you think that Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates are the ones to stop them this season?
No. They don't bother about those guys anymore. They only, I think, what Sundowns worry about now is
the Champions League.
Not just Champions League, They know they've won it before. They've won it even recently. In the last 5 years, they won it too as well. What they worry about now is how to go invincible in the league. How they can go the league without losing any game.
They want to be an Arsenal.
They can't even do that because they've lost.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they think every season. And not just maybe have a treble season to where they win the MTN 8, they win everything, the Super Cup and all that. We know that the Cup, they still share it with Orlando Pirates and we saw Orlando Pirates against was it Stellenbosch now?
Stellenbosch.
Stellenbosch. So you see, right now, Sekukune are the ones who are leading. Sekukune United are the ones that are leading. If you look at 2 seasons before, Sekukune came 4th back-to-back.
They've been improving, I guess.
And that means that there's growth. They're improving. Hopefully, I think that's where Sundowns should put their eyes on now. Sekokune are topping the league now. I know that, yes, they don't have the pedigree and the squad strength like Mamelodi Sundowns, but they might just be like the Girona of Spain one time, or just go that long way.
Do Leicester.
Yeah, maybe just forfeit other cup games and just go for it. Other than that, that's the only thing that
we talk about Sundowns. They lost their last game to Golden Arrows.
Arrows, yes.
Do you think that Golden Arrows did it? Remo Stars can do it, and before Remo Stars, they have to play a game this weekend. Can they bounce back?
Of course, the Sundowns can bounce back. They can definitely bounce back. It's not a big deal for Sundowns. Sundowns are never. I'm never always worried about Sundowns when they lose. Maybe when I worry when, of course, my ticket gets bad. Other than that,
she's an investor.
Investor speaking.
Other than
the
that,
investor side just came out there. I worry.
Yeah,
I don't worry about worry.
When it comes to predicting. I remember it was not 3 weeks ago or so after the international break, the first game that came after the international break. I think I predicted them to, I think, 1-up or something like
handicap.
that. Yeah, no, not even handicap, 1-up.
Yeah, to score first.
They didn't score first. Yeah. They equalized, scored the second goal, and that was it. I was like, these people, don't worry.
They won, but your ticket was,
yeah, but, so, but when it comes to Sundowns, I do not think too much. Yeah. Scoring away from home is easy peasy.
Are they beatable?
Of course, they're beatable. There's no team that is not beatable, except they go on a season where they're going on that invisible run. Yeah. They've not done that this season already. Like you said, they've lost in a game. But at the same time, if they put their hearts to it, where they want to say, well, this season we're going invisible, just like the Xabi Alonso's, the Arsenal invisible season and all that, it's possible. It's just that the PSL brings its own variety, where, trust me, the person that will even beat you probably is 15th.
Yes.
Or 13th on the table. You would not expect it. And sometimes, most of the time, you will be at home when they will beat you.
It could be a 1 year.
Yeah. So that's just the beauty of the PSL there. So, of course, Sundowns will be wary. But who I feel they should be wary of is Sekokune United. It looks like this side, they've missed out on CAF, Confederations Cup and CAF Champions League back to back now and came fourth. They were quite close. And this time around, they really want to go for it. So they should be wary about that.
Yeah, speaking of that, that game that they lost against Golden Arrows, talking about Sundowns, that's an impact on the league because they played the game more than Sekokune United, even though Sekokune are still playing, but they have to watch out for this game. They are playing against Richards Bay. Richards Bay they are dangling in the mid-table, and they know that it's those mid-table teams that will be the banana peel. But I think Sundowns should pick a win, and they still have. There are 2 games, I think 3 games ahead of Orlando Pirates, and if Orlando Pirates, with the form that they are in, if they win those 3 games, Sundowns can find their way, maybe up to 6th. So, and also, about most of their players are also being called up to the national team. Yeah. So I think it's beginning to take a toll on the players themselves. But then you can always trust Sundowns to bounce back. But it's not going to be easy this season because they look like they want to hold on to that top spot.
And to add to that, I think that also in the PSL, or generally in the African League and all that, they are beginning to look at Sundowns like, you guys are not the only ones now.
Yeah. We want to win.
The recent dominance that they've just amassed. Who were Sundowns like, let's say 6 years ago?
That's what I was saying, the Orlando Pirates, Kaiser Chiefs used to be
recently they just, came in and they call them the Brazilians in the PSL because of their jersey and all that. And they just, that's what they call growth. It wasn't a one-off that we won this season. They just continued and started dominating.
And their coach,
and they were not just dominating, not just dominating locally alone.
They were able to, succeed their coaches.
I think they broke Al-Ali's dominance in
the CAF Champions League.
Champions League, and they won it. But now everybody's just trying, but Sundowns is still Sundowns.
Well, let us leave South Africa and return back to our home called Nigeria, where the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has called on the Commonwealth to make history by bringing 2030 Commonwealth Games to Nigeria. Tinubu stated that awarding this centenary edition of the Games to Nigeria would, send a strong signal of inclusion and unity across Commonwealth. He positioned the continent as the next stage for the global sporting spectacle. If successful, Nigeria will become the first African nation to host the Games since their inception in 1930. Mary Onyali is Nigeria's most successful athlete in the Commonwealth Games. She is a member of Nigeria's bid for these Games in 2030. Well, 2030 Commonwealth Games.
Yeah.
we've not hosted FIFA World Cup since 2009.
Thank you.
We've not hosted AFCON since 2000, when we co-hosted with Ghana.
Yes.
We've not hosted under 17 World Cup since 2009. I think it's also 2009.
2009,
So,
yes.
AFCON women, we've not hosted in a long time too. This will be the first major tournament that we want to host.
Yeah.
I remember Wafu B under 17 that is currently holding in Ivory Coast now. We were supposed to host it in Abeokuta and Remo Stars.
When last did we host
we could African Youth Games.
All African Games?
No, all African Games.
We've not hosted in a long time. So now we want to host the whole of Commonwealth.
Yeah.
The X of Britain, all of that thing, yeah. So do you think we have, of course, when it comes to money, we will bring out money to do the facilities, everything.
You think they will bring out money to do the facilities?
Yes, at least for the tournament.
And do it well?
See,
well,
when it comes to Nigeria,
for that 2009, at least the most recent one I can remember.
It was good. 27 and the 2007 one
Okay.
was good. 2009 was good. I would say that Nigeria has the money to splash when
We
we
have
want
the
to do
resources,
things.
yeah.
Yes, but do you think that's what's next for us to do?
So when Mike was asking me this morning on the TVC Breakfast Show, he said, can we do so? I feel like no. And I mentioned that that's not even the next thing we should be thinking about.
Yeah.
The country itself, what state are we in that we can host something like that? And let's forget about the benefits, cultural, tourism, what else?
Even
Economical, financial, everything.
The entertainment aspect.
But all that would not matter if the country, it's like a black hole. You can't fill it up. It keeps taking
something.
Yeah.
So it's as good as useless if we do that and the state of the country is still in shambles.
Yeah.
The citizens are barely feeding well. That's one. Some amenities are not still met.
Yeah.
Other things. So trust me, how will that value, every economical value, what would it change? It would not be so significant. It just be like, oh, a tournament came and gone.
But there's a silver lining. If you look at it, before you can host a tournament, you need to put things in place. Good roads, hospital, your stadiums must be in place.
And you are backing this country to do so before 2030.
Yes, we can.
You know why I said so?
Yeah.
This is 2025.
Yeah.
We don't have good roads.
Yep.
We don't have good water. We don't have stable electricity. So what are we talking about? If in 2025,
you can't rush all of them in just a year.
If in 2025, these three basic things, I say basic amenities, are not, something the citizens enjoy to the fullest.
Yeah.
How much more the bigger things? Now, don't forget that in other countries, these are just we pray and fast for those things here.
Yeah, but
in those countries, they take them for granted. Like it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's absolutely nothing.
So
in 2025, countries are thinking of
develop AI.
Not just AI. AI is here to stay, but the next level it could be 10G. China is thinking of China is thinking of 10G.
Oh my! We're still struggling with 5G.
With 3G,
5G.
I mean,
is like
5G not
like
to my house, but if I come outside,
there's a bullet train that just goes.
Yes.
You already.
And our train is as slow as a snail. We look.
How many
a year cannot solve all of that.
Please don't get me angry.
Because even if they also do that in 2030,
don't get me angry,
it's just going to be like a rush. Okay, where are the stadiums that were used?
Housing. Where are these people going to stay?
Okay, so I think
you rush and build
the
all
last
these
time we
things.
hosted some games like that was how First Start Town.
Yes,
came
I know.
into
That's
place. So this, I only don't know how they might have done their strategy.
What was the value and those who were in power at that time?
I'm not taking side with anybody, but
as at that time we're still going through small. We just graduate from what they call it
British
now. Yes. And the graduation said, just let my people go because we not pass.
Okay, so
at all.
I'm not siding with anybody, but one thing I can tell you that if Nigeria wants to host something, they will try. Especially if wait.
She said it, you are right.
It is a federal thing. If it was like a thing where it is like AFN that wants to host something, AFN hosted one African under-19 athletics in Abeokuta. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It's not just there.
Yeah.
But when it is like a Nigeria kind of thing that wants to host, I don't think we would fumble. Like if it's even like Olympics.
Seriously, Nigeria can host the FIFA World Cup if they want to.
Yes.
But the question is, what is going to happen?
See,
after
for them
that?
to present
South
this
Africa still uses their stadiums.
stadiums.
Yes.
If they want to host another World Cup, they can do that.
Hosting is not a problem, but the aftermath of the hosting, will you give these stadiums to private people to maintain? The Akwa Ibom Stadium, I remember in 2014 when they opened it, people were like, it goes spoil. Till now, It's one of the best in Africa because we have people
Is it
that
the
actually
federal
maintain it.
government or
No,
the state
the
government?
state government is in charge, but they handed it
Exactly.
over to one organization that is maintaining it. So that's just, I think, what we need to do. Onikon Stadium.
Yeah.
I wanted to write an article at one point, but I was like, oh no, I can't. I don't. Let me just move my head.
The
But that
Surulere
stadium is not complete till now.
Yeah.
They opened that stadium in 2021 because they wanted you to host Aisha Buhari tournament where South Africa came to beat us in our home. Till now, if you go and watch Kogi City tomorrow, you'll see that the stadium is not complete.
Yeah.
Surulere Stadium. I'm not talking about National Stadium yet, though.
Yeah.
The Lagos State-owned Teslim Balogun Stadium is not complete after how many years?
Yeah.
They've done roofing, done everything, but pitch wet.
Even the MKO
What
Stadium.
Abuja Stadium,
I'm still
that
crying.
they said they want
What
to
of
host.
TBS?
They said we want to host. What's the name of this place? We want to host Barcelona Legend and this thing in Abuja.
Oh, please.
That pitch, where
Look.
is it? So I think we just need to be intentional.
You-
If we host tournaments, post-tournament is what we should be very, very keen on.
Yeah.
Hosting a tournament is no problem. See, glamour, everything, the music.
Yes, of course.
But
Nigerians
post-tournament
give
is
you the
what
vibes.
I'm looking at. How do you think we can sustain what that tournament will bring for
And
us?
what, you're just only mentioning Lagos. It's a
The other
Commonwealth
place,
game.
yeah.
Lagos cannot
Be the
contain
only-
everything.
Yes.
It can't be the only hub for the
But
games.
this place might just be the central, definitely.
Of course, yeah, Lagos is popular. It's like the metropolitan city of, and all that. You talk about Abuja too. How many stadiums do they have in Abuja?
Only one.
Only one.
See,
Are they
how
willing
many
to start
games can we
building
even
more?
play in Nigeria? So we have to also
The
look at
Akwa
it.
Ibom Stadium. We need more than just the Akwa Ibom Stadium.
No, for pitch, if it's about, I'm very certain about Nigeria. When it comes about readiness for hosting a tournament, if we are very intentional about it, we will do it. But my worry is that after the tournament,
pitches, it's all 9.
It's
no, see,
see,
to
You know
get
that
a
now
pitch ready,
that's 17.
see,
I'm
to get a
worried.
pitch ready.
I'm worried for your optimism. Like,
See,
are you not seeing how people
I
are crying
understand.
every day? You don't think
But-
we
but-
are
but you know-
important
I know
and
that,
they don't
see,
do anything?
Yeah, and you just
But-
want.
but you know
And
the
you feel it's
motive
just a
behind it.
tournament.
It's a tournament.
Wait,
that
games
both
are
of you
just,
know, I would not say, but you know the motive behind
The
this.
level of nonchalancy here. We saw the Amuson situation.
Yes.
How did they handle it? There's no shame. You can't shame the shameless.
See,
There's no shame.
in as much I do.
There's no
feel one.
What I'm
repercussion.
saying
There's
is
no
that
consequence.
we will
Nothing.
host and host well, but my fear is that after the tournament, all the resources that we
Look,
spend on
let
it.
India win this. It's India contesting with
Yes,
Nigeria. We
yes.
let them win it. They are ready. They are willing
But
to do
it's
so.
going to be a win for Africa.
I don't care.
Oh, really?
I don't care.
It's a win for Africa, to be honest.
So
South
the
Africa
one,
has made-
the one
they
in
paved
Glasgow,
the way.
the one in Glasgow next year, is it in Africa?
Not here.
The fact that it's not in Africa does not.
So you don't
does
want
not do
Africa to
anything.
host it because in Nigeria I won't collect them.
If I want Africa to host it, I'd rather
Give
South
it to
Africa,
Morocco.
Egypt.
to South Africa or even Morocco or maybe Algeria or
See,
Egypt.
Morocco are intentional, like you said. They are using that.
But
word.
Morocco cannot
Morocco-
host it because they are not part of.
Yeah, we know that they're not coming, but
I
then you
know.
can give it to South Africa or something. You can have it.
Yes.
South Africa
They will do
hosted
better.
World Cup
And it's to show on their
successfully.
people.
Successfully.
It's to show on their people.
That alone is,
Don't worry.
that
Don't
alone
worry.
on their
It's shown
credentials
on
is
us.
enough to give them the.
It's shown
the
us,
bid.
don't worry, it's shown us.
I
wanna
hear
believe.
you.
Well, we have to go on a very short break because we've been talking football, we've been talking Commonwealth Nigeria. When we come back, we'll be facing the European Leagues. Stay tuned.